Hello everyone. Welcome to one more essay of UPSC, which is Life is a long journey between human being and being human. It was an essay that came in 2020 and I am Kulwant Kaur from IAS Primers, right? So let's see how we approach this topic. Like always, first thing first, look at the keywords. We are talking of life. We are talking about a journey, a relationship. It is not so much as it is a journey. It talks about a journey. Means it's going to take time. From what to what? Between human being and being human. So what are we? First of all, we have to question ourselves. Are we just human beings or we are being human? Now that is at every step in our life, that question comes up. But on on an average, let's say, how people evolve into being human, it takes time. It's not easy. In fact, the entire religion is based on becoming human, being human. All the scriptures tell us that, and it does take a life to understand. And still many of us do not come up or rise up to that level, right? So let's see how we can approach this topic. I have on one side taken the y-axis where I say that this is the age. Age is just to keep in mind that it's going to take very long to be being human. You have to understand many things from that point of view. It does not mean that you cannot be human when you're young. Some could reach there earlier, but it is just in context. I've taken age just because it's a long journey, right? And we are talking about steps of how a human being will become being human or humane. Look at the E at the end of human, which makes it a verb. So there's qualities which make you more than a normal human being. You become humane. All the qualities of generosity, kindness, concern, consideration for others, being a support system for others, that is what makes you humane. Okay? So this journey is not very smooth. In the sense, it is not a straight line like this. No, it's not like this. You take up a journey, you start being good, and then there's a setback. I try to be good, and then I might tell a lie. I might hide certain things. Things go wrong, and I feel jealous at times of others. I'm envious, which are qualities which I realize they are not being human. So that is my pitfall, my step back. But then again, you rise again. Right? You make your mistakes and get over them. You realize you're wrong, you get over them. So that is how this journey goes. You realize and just go. In fact, all success stories are like this. Any path to being someone is like this. It is not always about success. There are about setbacks. And every setback makes you wiser. You may make mistakes, but then what do you do of that mistake? How does it evolve you into a better human being? That is what makes you humane. Right? So let's see, first of all, when you are just yourself, when you are a self, the first thing you start in life is taking care of yourself. You're selfish. You have your own ego to satisfy, right? So that is first thing. Your ego, yourself, and then it is your brood, your family. That is by whom you look after for. You will spend on them also, not only on yourself. So your circle of influence, your circle of concern is a small one in the beginning. And once that gets satisfied, your food, shelter, and clothes So when these basic needs get satisfied, then you look at other needs like of belongingness. What I'm referring to is Abraham Maslow's need hierarchy triangle, right? So these are the second stage of things which are belongingness. So when do you belong to society? When you start doing for society. You start serving your society, you're thinking about others, helping your neighbors, it starts there. That is when you're human being, you become human from what you would otherwise be just like an animal, food, safety, that even animals do, live for that. Their own rest, their own food, they will steal, borrow, beg, earn, whatever, they will work for it. Earn, I mean, don't mean like that, but I mean, they have worked hard to get their prey in their jungles also. Sorry. So you work for you. But then when you look at society, you start working. You want acceptance. You want to be a member of your society who is missed and who is admired, who is respected. So to get respect, you need to respect. You need to do good to others also. Then only they will look. You have to be a support system. So that is when you rise in esteem. So that is when you start becoming human. You start becoming human here, right? And then slowly, you widen your circle. You continue being a good human being. As you grow in your status, your circle of influence keeps on increasing. And that is whatever work you do, wherever you are. And that is when you continue, keep doing good work, you're being humane. Now there are certain things one does which are good, and let's look at the flip side also, things which you should not do. For example, corruption, stealing, even fight or squabbles with your on property matters, they are not being human. So those are things you have to avoid. You should not be doing if you have to be a good human being. Yes, these things, values keep on changing of being a good human being. They keep changing. Once upon a time, for children, for example, it used to be obedience. Now it is self-confidence, expression, being curious about things, learning, and being involved in extracurricular activities. That is looked as a good trait nowadays. So all these things keep on evolving from time to time, and we have to develop those things accordingly. Now here when we talk about good human being, let's not forget who are not good human beings, who are away from humanity. When I talk about female ferticide, injustice to the lower classes of society, the downtrodden, exploitation, I talked about corruption, then even a cow vigilante, lynching, when we hear about that news, spreading rumors, creating class conflicts, terrorism, all these are inhuman. It is, even animals won't do that. This is absolutely inhuman. So these things should not be done, and that takes you away from being human. Okay? All these things should not be there. Now, when you actually this is where it is being humane is the zenith. But does popularity make you being humane? I mean, just because Mother Teresa was known the world over, is she humane? No. She was humane. She was a good human being who was humane. She happened to be known the world over. There would be so many unsung heroes. When I say unsung heroes, I also include the women in it. All people who do a wonderful work, who do not, publish it or advertise it, do not showcase themselves, They like to be behind curtain. And that is, I think, one ultimate being human. When nobody knows your good work and you do the good work. Often even the Brahmgyani, as they say, is not visible to everybody. Who knows the reality of what the purpose of life is. The purpose of life is, what have you done? When you leave the world, have you left the world as a better place? That is the touchstone of being human. That the world becomes a better place because of you. Right? So this is the way I think I have approached this topic. Of course, there is no one way, and you will have many more examples. We can have all these role models of people who have been social activists in various fields. I will not name a few. I gave Mother Teresa as one example. There would be so many social reformers that we have. We can give those examples here. There are people who have given examples of Ashoka. Yes, that is good. Any example you can take. But don't make it all examples. Give a few examples and stress on the qualities generally, which actually take you from human being to being human. Okay? Write your own essay. As I say, your essay should be your own. Otherwise, it does not come to the heart and does not get you marks then. Right? This is Kulwant Kaur from IS Finance. All the best. God bless. Take care.